In the top stories, Her Excellency Marcella Liburd sworn in as new Governor General. Former Governor General Sir Tapley Seaton gives farewell speech as he demits office, and police investigating shooting incident at New Pond site. The details to these stories and more after the break.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Get the kind of value you'll love that's unmatched at Courts now. We're unmatched in quality and prices. Buy any item and get up to 30% off the second item of same or equal value store-wide. When you shop with Ready Finance, you can get it now with no cash and pay over time. Now that's unmatched value. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Promotion runs February 28, 2023.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. Her Excellency Marcella Liburd has been sworn in as the new Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis. A swearing-in ceremony was held at Government House on Tuesday night just before midnight. Government officials and other invited guests were among those in attendance to witness the historic event. Resident High Court Judge Her Ladyship Tamara Gill administered the oath of office and oath of allegiance to Governor General designate Marcella Liburd. Her Excellency Marcella Liburd is the 5th Governor General, succeeding His Excellency Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, GCMG CVO QCJP LLD, and the first female Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis. Her career has included tenures as a teacher, lawyer, senator, and the first female Speaker of the House of Assembly. An installation ceremony will be held on Saturday at 4:30 in the afternoon at Government House. Meanwhile, former Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, GCMG CVO QCJP LLD, demitted office on Tuesday after 7 years. He made way for Her Excellency Marcella Liburd, who is now the 5th Governor General and the first woman to occupy the post. During an address to the nation, Sir Tapley Seaton thanked all of those who assisted him with carrying out his duties over the years.
I take this opportunity to express sincere thanks and appreciation to all who have assisted me in the discharge of my duties. These include my administrative staff, gardeners and other support staff at Government House, who have served diligently, enabling me to perform my duties.
He described his experience in office as fulfilling and used the opportunity to thank his family, medical professionals, and security staff.
This has been a fulfilling experience, coming as it does after having served for 15 years as the first Attorney General of an independent St. Christopher and Nevis. I'm also grateful to the persons who have assisted me in the journey, including my family, medical professionals, and the security services, and all who have been very supportive of my efforts to build on the structure of Government House and its surroundings, to ensure access to the People's House and to facilitate all activities of the Office of the Governor General.
Sir Tapley concluded by extending best wishes to everyone, including his successor, for the future. He was appointed Governor General by Queen Elizabeth II on advice of then Prime Minister Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris on the 1st of September 2015. In other news, the police are investigating a shooting incident at New Pond site on Tuesday morning. According to a police source, the incident occurred at around 10:30 a.m. The police say several shots were fired at persons in the area, but no one was injured. The police arrived on the scene and collected pieces of evidence. 2 persons are in custody for questioning. Investigations are underway into the matter, and we'll have more information as it becomes available. Cabinet ministers met under the chairmanship of Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew on Monday, January 30, and made significant decisions regarding upcoming legislations. During the most recent post-cabinet briefing, Cabinet Secretary Dr. Marcus Natta said following a 2-month window where the general public, including non-governmental organizations and civil society organizations, were able to scrutinize and provide feedback on draft bills, Cabinet approved several pieces of legislation.
The Integrity in Public Life Amendment Act, which gives the Integrity Commission the necessary legislative support and creates the Office of the Special Prosecutor to receive complaints, investigate, and prosecute acts of corruption throughout the public service and within statutory corporations. The Anti-Corruption Act, which creates criminal offenses of corruption, seeks to protect whistleblowers, and gives the special prosecutor powers to not only prosecute offenders, but to seek recovery of proceeds of corrupt activities. And the Freedom of Information Amendment Act, which promotes the disclosure of information in the public interest and provides an effective mechanism by which members of the public, particularly the press, can gain access to government information. Additionally, the Cabinet approved the Official Gazette Act, which will create certainty as to when laws and statutory instruments are published and provide for the digitization and publication of the Official Gazette of St. Christopher and Nevis. And the Criminal Records Amendment Act, which seeks to expand the offenses by which convicted persons' criminal records can be expunged.
Dr. Natta said members of the public can expect to see these bills tabled and debated during the upcoming National Assembly sittings on February 8 and 22. After the break, IMF says St. Kitts and Nevis is recovering from COVID-19 and the cost of living crisis, and Prime Minister Drew praises Social Security Board on 45th anniversary. Stay with us.
Your Hot Sauce Value Mart IGA specials running January 26 to February 8. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Bigelow Teas, $9.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Pancake Syrup, $9.99. Dole Juice Blends, $12.99. Shoppers Value Ice Cream, $35.99. Bird's Eye Corn on the Cob, $16.99. Downy Fabric Softener April Fresh, $25.49. And now, a very low weekly value deals. IG and Essential Everyday Pancake Mix, $9.99. IG and Essential Everyday Chunk Light Tuna, $3.49. Extra Liquid Detergent, $22.99. Crunch and Munch, $4.99. Almond Hammer Deodorant, $7.99. Boost Nutritional Drinks, $8.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or Black Cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, is reporting that St. Kitts and Nevis's economy is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and that the cost of living crisis is improving. That's according to a January 31 report after the 2023 Article 4 consultation discussions on economic developments and macroeconomic policies. During the January 16 to 27 IMF mission, led by Alexandre Chailloux, the team held discussions with public and private sector counterparts and other stakeholders. However, the report pointed out that although the outlook is positive, quote, risks are somewhat tilted to the downside, with growth projected at 4.5% in 2023, supported by a strong recovery in tourism and other service sectors, end quote. The statement from Mr. Shayu said, quote, St. Kitts and Nevis is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and cost of living crisis. The large fiscal buffers accumulated over a decade of prudent fiscal policy have supported the authorities' forceful policy response to protect the livelihood of the population. The outlook is positive, but subject to downside risks in the short term, primarily stemming from global headwinds impacting key tourism source markets and commodity price volatility, end quote. He also spoke of preserving the country's legacy of fiscal prudence. This includes tightening the fiscal stance through phasing out crisis-related measures, rationalizing and controlling current spending, streamlining social transfers, and a complete overhaul of the taxation framework. According to the report, the gross domestic product, or GDP, shrunk by 14.5% in 2020 and 4.3% in 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Tourism recovery in the Federation lagged behind other countries of the ECCU, that's the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, because of, quote, stricter and longer-lasting COVID-19 restrictions, end quote. GDP is estimated to have grown by 9% in 2022. The authorities' proactive policy response helped dampen inflation pressure, with average inflation rising to only 2.7%, the report stated. Persons can view the full report at www.imf.org. Select the Countries tab and then select St. Kitts and Nevis, and then scroll down the page to See All document. The report is entitled St. Kitts and Nevis, Staff Concluding Statement of the 2023 Article 4 Mission. Prime Minister and Minister responsible for Social Security, the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, has hailed the contributions of the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board to the development of the nation over the years. He was at the time delivering an address to mark the 45th anniversary of the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board. The anniversary is being observed under the theme Transform, Reform, Thrive, Social Security 45. In his speech, Prime Minister Drew spoke of the various areas where the Social Security Board has offered support.
As a socially responsible organization, Social Security has demonstrated its commitment to nation building through its various programs. Annual donations to health and national security, education, capital investment in local development projects, support to youth programs and NGOs, all add value to the core function of Social Security.
He noted that although Social Security has been providing a consistent support over the years, there needs to be a reform of its structure to ensure that it is sustainable.
Without adjustments to the current structure, our robust fund can be depleted by 2040. However, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party administration is committed to ensuring that the reform agenda is carried out and the best possible solutions are implemented over time to thrust Social Security into another 45 years of service to our people.
He also urged employers to commit to contributing to the fund for the benefit of their employees.
As Minister with responsibility for Social Security matters, I make an earnest plea to employers and the self-employed to remain compliant and make the required monthly regular remittances to Social Security to meet the future needs of our staff who trust you to do the right thing on their behalf and to secure future benefits for yourself in retirement. I encourage all stakeholders to pay keen attention to Social Security matters and to ascribe to your rights and obligations as insured.
As part of anniversary activities, the management and staff of Social Security will worship together at Zion Moravian Church on Sunday, February 5. Other planned events include an awards gala, a virtual panel discussion, scholarship induction ceremony, and stakeholder meetings. In other news, on Monday, the cruise vessel Arvia made its inaugural cruise call to St. Kitts. Arvia is part of the P&O cruise line with a capacity of 5,200 guests and 1,800 crew members. Expressing pleasure at the visit, Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Marsha Henderson, said, quote, "An inaugural P&O cruise vessel venturing to our destination is a direct result of recently held meetings with P&O in the latter period of 2022. These meetings heavily focused on strengthening our partnerships with the cruise lines to ensure that our industry can continue to thrive and development." In a brief plaque presentation ceremony aboard the ship, Chief Executive Officer of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, Ellison Tommy Thompson, said, quote, "We're incredibly proud to celebrate our maiden cruise calls to St. Kitts as it represents the stringent expansion of the sector and our cruise line partnerships. The authority stays committed to offering quality guest experiences and continues to ensure that these standards are accordingly maintained," end quote. According to a statement from the Tourism Authority, cruise activity continues to blossom for the destination and is expected to punch above its weight in the upcoming months. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzel Douglas, visited nationals who are currently receiving medical treatment in Cuba on Monday. He was officially welcomed by the staff at the National Institute of Oncology and Radiobiology and La Pradera Hospital in Havana, and was accompanied by Ambassador to Cuba, Her Excellency Verna Mills, as well as Councillor Winston Hanley. At the INOR, Dr. Polanco, Director of the International Ward, and his team expressed their delight in welcoming the Foreign Minister to the hospital. He explained the treatment of cancer patients using chemotherapy and radiation, as well as the advances in new vaccines that are being developed in Cuba as part of the overall program. During his visit to the La Pradera Hospital, Director General Dr. Nelly Cristina Valdivia Onega explained the rehabilitation and physical therapy processes and the use of different physiotherapy machines at the rehabilitation center. At the end of the visits, Dr. Douglas expressed his appreciation for the care of the patients and indicated the need for more collaboration on medical issues between both countries. An expression of intent for cooperation between the hospitals and the health sector in St. Kitts and Nevis was entertained for future exploration and improvement of the treatment of cancer patients. Coming up in regional news, Brazil's Bolsonaro applies for U.S. tourist visa.